Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to our studio online, the Bars and Bells studio online. And this is Lauren, and my name is Ian. And welcome to today's practice as we explore body weight stretches and strength tips to help us with our handstand. We won't start there. We won't finish there either. Let's have some fun as we play along. This is a half-hour class today, and time goes by pretty quick. I can feel Lauren looking at that clock already saying, okay, let's get going on our stuff. That sounds good. Get yourself to the floor. Let's lay on our back, warm up some shoulder mobility, and warm up the core in some rolling patterns. Down any way you want. That's a beautiful place for Lauren in the sun there, or maybe too intense on the face, so check it out. From here, with your bent knees, do your chin tuck. I have bent elbows, fingertips pointing to the ceiling. Slowly extend those elbows and start with the shoulder blades in round. Protract or push the shoulders away from the floor and retract or squeeze back together. Repeat a couple more repetitions, rounding out those shoulders, pressing away from the floor, reaching towards the ceiling, and then retracting the shoulder blades as you pull together. Now keep the shoulder blades low and down and take your arms towards overhead. Check in with that rib space or the space below the low back as well. And make sure that the ribs are connected to the hips and the arms can stay straight. From the armpits, press or pull the hands back to pointing to the ceiling. Elevate the shoulders in a shrug, pull down low, and then same thing, go towards overhead. However, in our handstand, that shrugging habit is useful, so let's elevate or shrug those shoulders, pull those scapulas back down, and for 1 or 2 repetitions, elevate or shrug, press the floor away, and pull back down. Leave the arms overhead or bring them out to the side. Extend the legs at the knees and the hips. Take a single leg, point it towards the ceiling. Let it fall across the body, and ultimately let it roll you and pull you onto your front side. Take that same leg, bending at the knee, reaching or extending the hip, and rolling to where you came from, ending up on your back. Extend that leg at the knee and the hip, alternate to the other side, knee bend, straight leg, up to the ceiling. Let it slowly carry you over, roll yourself to your prone or face down position, and then bend the knee, kick the ceiling, scorpion type of movement here as you roll to our back. Repeat one more time with the low body. Knee bend, hip bend, knee extend, heels to the ceiling. Let it fall across the body and slowly roll to face front. Then slowly bend the knee, kick or extend the hip to the ceiling, initiating your roll to the back. Alternate to the other side for the last time. Slowly place that heel drive to the ceiling with a straight leg. Let it fall across the body and roll to our front and bend the knee, reach for the sky, extend the hip to the back. Extend those legs. Move those hands to the side of your hips. Take one arm and place it towards overhead. Take the other hand and point it towards the ceiling. And in a rotation pattern, reach and point through that arm as we initiate a roll, ending up on our front side. Take that same hand, reach it out to the side. Look at it as we slowly open up through that rib cage or T-spine, initiating a roll to get to our back. Leave your left arm overhead and point with the right hand to the ceiling. Alternate those limbs if you need to. And now reach across the body, using your core strength to initiate your roll, end up on your front. Take your right hand, reach it out to the side, look at it as it goes on by over top, and roll to your back. And for the last time today, point to the ceiling, coordinate that roll to end up on your front as we go one last time to prone, and then open that arm to the side. Look at it as we slowly roll to our back. Final time, my right hand points to the ceiling, reach across the body and roll, legs as dead weight, And then looking at that hand out the side, initiate a roll and reach. And I hope that feels awakening. We're on the ground though, we gotta like say hello. It's been a while, so take your time. Come on up, let's get really, really quick here onto the wrists, and then from there we'll get going into the kick-ups, or the meat and potatoes of today's session. It's only been 5 minutes though, Lauren, we're on schedule. We're doing well. So with that quick wrist warm-up, open those fingers, turn those blood donations forward. I love those first knuckle push-ups. They give me the crack I need and just open up those joint spaces. The crack you need. And then from there, slowly pull the heels of the hands back down. Challenge that wrist extension. Press with straight elbows. And then slow, low. Last one or two. From there, do the quarter turn. But make fists. Now, gently, keeping that blood donation forward, can you roll over the peace sign? To make it more challenging, make it like a beaver here. Beaver, Scout's honor, beaver. And then try to keep your fist as you roll over. Keep your fist as you're trying to roll over. And alternate that maybe one more time on that side. Flexing and extending through the wrist. And then alternate to the other side here. Try the peace sign first, opening the hand. That's a little bit easier. Then close it up. Try to keep that fist as you roll over those knuckles still, and breathe and feel that nice wrist flexion to help the extension shape of the wrist. Last one. Flex over, blood donation forward. Gently keep the fist to center. Lastly, let's go fingertips towards knees. Pull those armpits low. Perhaps elevate in your shrug, because that's going to be useful for your handstand too. But apply tension through the fingertips to turn them white. And let's start with the pinkies, pressing heavily with pinky pressure here for a couple seconds. And then on both sides, press through the ring fingers. And from rings to middles. And then from middles to indexes. And then press all 8 and then the thumbs too. And slowly peel those hands up off the ground. And push. From here, can we flatten out the toes, looking at Lauren's feet there, and then gently sit to the bum. From here, let's open up those knees, and we'll go hands on the floor. Pay attention to that upper back or T-spine. With the head in neutral, protract and retract through those shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades press away from each other in the protract, like Lauren just did right there, and then together in the retract. Repeat one more time, protract, pressing away, and retract. Now with the shoulders in retraction, push the floor forward. Can you feel tension? You're almost pushing your body back and the hands forward. Relax that tension. Now, with a chin tuck, or maintain your neutral space through the head neck, push the floor forward, brace your abdominals, and push your chest as to get it through the gateway here, extending through the T-spine. Hold for 4, 3, 2, and relax. Think of this as your cat-cow or that T-spine extension. A modest shape is very appropriate and good here. From this position, as Lauren's showing so beautifully, press the floor away, straight arms. Pull the rib cage down onto the hips just a little bit, and then press the floor forward as you're extending through the T-spine without moving the head neck. For 5 more seconds, breathe, and then relax that tension. Let's repeat one more time. Awesome position with Lauren's head neck. Rib cage down on those hips with ab tension. Press the floor away and lift that chest or sternum forward. Breathing. And making sure that rib cage T-spine is working and the head is mostly neutral. And relax. Whew. It's pretty fatiguing on those arms. Let's take some time into that narrow stance with the toes tucked in the back still. From here, awesome way to push away the floor, Lauren. From here, let's extend those hips to tall. I like that too. Let's tuck under the toes, a little bit tricky on wood floors, so get your space going. And then from here, just put some energy into those back toes. That livens up my arches incredibly. How does that feel for you? From there, with hands or no hands, let's get into our first little balance of the day. And then down in this toe squat, could you close your eyes? Makes it a little bit harder. Hopefully not too much. Let's open those eyes back up. Let's take our time to get the knees to the floor. Extend through, and then sit down on the butt. The last mobility drill we'll do for that T-spine is one of Lauren's favorites, so listen to me and follow along to her. From here, we'll tuck our chin. Hands across chest with a chin tuck. Add a rotation. Bend to the back side. Lift up and over as we articulate through this rib roll. I'm in my extension pose. My abs are on. I'm facing a new corner. Now, we'll laterally bend to dip to that new corner and pull our rib cage around to center. Look tall to reset the repetition. Repeat one more time the other way. Chin tuck first. Flexion through the spine, pulling the rib cage down onto the hips. Add our rotation. Incorporate our side bend to my left hand back corner. And then nice and slow, I'm doing the opposite of a limbo. The Fosbury flop here, trying to lift up and over the bar in the back. And then I'll slightly flex or bend to the new corner. Pull the rib cage down to center. And keep tension down on the abs as we lift up. How do the shoulders feel? How does that upper back feel? Work on that upper back mobility or the rib cage T-spine to help us get that overhead shape we want in the handstand. Let's crawl just a second here in our first elephant crawl of the day, and we'll resume with some nice kick-up activities for today. Open up those hands. Where are your traps or shoulders in your handstand? Shrugging up is the right answer. So let's start with that. Tuck your toes, gently lift your bum to the ceiling, and through the hands, press the floor away. Tailbone tilts to the ceiling, shoulders shrug. From here, our elephant crawl is our right hand lift and left leg as a pair, and then alternate left hand, right leg. Stay where you are, create a circle or a square, walk about your room, invigorate those hamstrings, condition those arms to take tension and load, and practice habits like shrugging the shoulders, maintaining length through the legs, breathing, and building that core strength and endurance for the arms. I'm walking lateral for my last couple here. And then, can you stack up in a folding way that my nose gets towards my knees, I pull from my belly button, I squeeze my buttocks, and we extend at the top, just like Lauren. That was really nice. How does it feel up here? From here, let's get another toe balance going. This time we'll start on the feet. As Lauren goes to get her water break, maybe you need one as well. I know I could use one after, so we'll make sure we hydrate after as well. Toe balances, find your toesies. We were down low in that toe squat. What about here, up tall in our straw, if we will? We're pulling in center. We're thinking toe points as close as we can get to toe points here, because that will also carry through into our handstand. Butt squeeze, ribs down for the extra challenge. Lauren, you ready? Close your eyes. Oh. And I got to open them here. Whew. And then nice and slow down. Lauren made it to the quickest 10 seconds ever recorded in the world. Me too. Add challenges, close your eyes in your handstand, so please keep them open. Unless you're ready for that. I'm not, so check out what you want. Let's just have one quick moment of fun. One moment of fun, what does that mean? We tested that elephant crawl, if we will. You could crawl around here in a lizard or something else of that variation, or try your favorite kick up. Get used to life upside down, check in with the stars on the head neck here, and let's get going. Minute of fun. What are you gonna do? Lauren here really loves to practice that tripod kick up, which we'll get into today as well. I'm more likely to get into my kick and then down emphasizing that acceptance or grip of the floor. And then I just saw Lauren's hands there too. The press or flick of the wrist as we dismount. So shooting free throws like those Raptors or handstands like the Cirque du Soleil pros, press the floor away and finish nice and strong. Now, I don't know if that was quite a minute, but that's the idea here. I know. So that's the idea of having fun in your handstand and taking your time. As we normally do, follow one of us. If you're not sure what to do, let's listen along and follow me in a moment as we watch Lauren and figure out what's going on. Working in 20-second intervals, I'd like you to continuously try your kick up. Pick your one leg. Lauren here will pick her. Would you like to see picking? There we go. Her left leg is there.
Are you timing?
And for 20 seconds, start kicking up. Go. 20 seconds and then down and down. There we go. Oh, they're switching her foot here. There we go and down. So for 20 seconds, we're just really working on getting up and back down. As Lauren does beautifully here, her shoulders stay over top of the wrists. She pushes the floor away and we have 3 seconds, 2 seconds, last repetition, and done. So if you do get yourself up like Lauren, try not to spend too much time there for this drill. Make it about getting there and just that continuous effort. So for 20 seconds, this is a hard drill for me. This is a new one. I don't do this too often. Here we go.
2, go. You're about halfway.
Halfway, Lauren says. So again, I'm really trying to keep those shoulders stacked over top of my wrists, pushing the floor away.
2, 1.
And for the last repetition, and down.
Whew. Take a quick moment. From here, let's get 1 repetition of our toe squat. Take some time off those hands. With your feet in narrow, elevate onto the balls of the feet. Press down through the toesies as Lauren's maintaining her nice, tall, upright body. She's 5'4". From here, get those knees towards the ground. Maybe you can spot yourself out the back like I am. And then bring the knees underneath. Get back to that nice tall squat. Take time and back up. And then low. Relax. Now for the final time for that same kick up, let's add about 10 or so seconds and look for 30 seconds based on time. I'll try to get into the others. So last time, 30 seconds. Again, either listen or follow along with Lauren here. 3, 2, 30-second effort of kick-ups and down. Lauren is doing a nice scissor here where she's going up with one and scissoring a leg on the down. Sometimes that's intentional and sometimes that just happens. But on this side, I can see her right elbow slightly bending. So beautiful rep there, Lauren. I'd encourage you to straighten out those arms, keep the shoulders over the wrists, work on the kick up, and then in 5 seconds, 3, 2, and switch. Excellent. Okay, so here I go. It'll be my turn as well here in 10 seconds. Tee me in.
It was intentional scissors.
Nice. That was great.
5, 3, 2, begin.
Ooh. So I'm trying my other leg here. So work on something and find a way to make it harder. And if I talk less, I'll probably end up doing a couple more reps here. I'm sensing that there's a rad very close to me there. Make sure you feel safe where you practice. Loading up shoulders over wrists.
5, 3,
And then last repetition here.
1.
Oh,
That's not the drill.
That's not the drill. Sometimes it happens. So let's get a little shakeout. Let's come back to that toe squat. This time we'll add a little sissy variation here. Find the toes. Extend the hips. Bend the knees, but keep the hips extended. How low can you go? How low can you go? And then stand back up.
You gotta tell me that part.
Huh. Nice. And then relax. That's a favorite variation of a kick up. How about the step into? Now for 20 seconds, Team Lauren, either listen or follow along. As for 20 seconds, we have straight arms, straight legs, push the floor away, and 20 seconds starts now and down. So Lauren's doing her scissor again there, or not. Yeah. Good, and down. Reset, again, she'll point her straight arms, a nice straight leg to the top. 10 more seconds of work. Work on that kick up. For 5, 4, and enough time for one more repetition. And down. Nice. All right, alternate team, here we go. Working that nice kick up with straight arms. Go. Press the floor away. Work that self to vertical. I feel I can point that toe just a little bit more and get me up there. Push away. Make sure you breathe.
Oh, 5 more seconds for 20 seconds.
5 more seconds, so maybe one more repetition here. Last rep, no rush. Press away and down. Let's do that toe squat again. Follow Lauren for the progression, or that sissy squat, and follow me for the more basic version now. From here, we'll go on to the toes. From toes, I'm going to drop my hips straight down. Lauren's holding a hip bridge. Getting to your safe low, take a second, come back up, reset, and wiggle. 30 seconds in a kick up here. Same leg, alternate leg. Take it away, Lauren, in 3, 2, 1. Set it up beautiful. That hollow hold position here. We connected ribs to hips. Lauren's shoulder is protracted or pushed out, gripping the floor, holding that stall for just a second. Awesome. And in 3 more seconds here, that's been our 30-second interval already. Last repetition. Great. Okay. Last time for Team Blue here. 1 second. Tuck the shirt in, Lauren says. That's a performance-enhancing tip. So let's get it going. I feel I blend into the vault. Lauren sticks out beautifully here. So same thing now. 30 seconds. Kick up, down. I'm going to switch my legs on this set here. There we go. Get that nice straight leg action. I'm pressing the floor away throughout. Breathing. It's hard to alternate that leg because you do go back to the favorite one. Maybe I should do that one again. And then maybe Lauren's looking at the clock or not. And then we're done. Shake that out. Let's go one more time on our toe squat variation. To keep things fair, I should maybe try that progression as well. So now I'm going to try that sissy squat from the toes, keeping my hips extended, pressing towards as safe low as I can get today, which is right about there. And then I'll stand up and reset and shake out. There are other ways to get into your handstand. Those include tucks and maybe even a tuck cartwheel. Squat cartwheel, I meant. So follow along or just watch for a second. From a squat, hands on the ground, get your bum towards overhead. Okay, well, since Lauren can do that, now watch me for the regression, and let's stick to Lauren here for the progression. Follow me for version A or AZ. Hand, kick a bum, transfer weight, come on back. Same thing, hand, kick a bum, transfer some weight, come on back to your squat. Lauren's turn, excuse me. From here, she's going to progress now. So go do your squat cartwheel, Lauren.
Oh.
So you squat cartwheel. Sorry. We are improvising just a little bit off the edge here, but squat cartwheel, and then one to the other side.
Oh, no.
Nice.
I don't like my space.
I know. We need a better space to do this drill. Lauren was kind of hybriding on two surfaces. Isn't the greatest. So watch me for some regressions, and then I'll move out of the way, and Lauren can maybe try one set. So hand to hand, kick a bum, transfer some weight, come back to squat, hand, kick a bum, transfer weight, come back squat, come on up. And again, that single surface here is going to clear up a lot of Lauren's dilemmas there. Perfect. And then the other way. And maybe because she's just feeling her groove, she'll do that one more time each with an awesome pause in the middle and down and rest. Make sure your space is safe, that you have good clearance for those obstacles and floor transitions around. So let's progress that. From here, let's get a little bit of a weight transfer. Come back down. Same thing. Little bit of a weight transfer or a hop. And do the same thing again. Or add on as you can. And then up.
Ta-da!
And let your partner go for one last set. Take your rest in between, stay nice and fresh, give yourself nice check-ins along the way. Out the front. Awesome. There we go. Last one or two. And then, great. And now our turn for the last time. Again, nice progressions include just working on the side transition and back, side transition and back, and then add that together with a tuck and a stall.
Super plan.
Come on down to the ground. We're gonna go an I go, you go way, a polite burnout for those arms and abs. Let's get ourselves on the floor. I go, you go. Lauren goes first for 10 seconds. Straight arms, holding a tuck, trying to lift knees off the ground. Go, 10, 9, 8, and then Team Ian here. We're gonna have to go in 3, 2, let's go straight arms. Now let's go, 10, 9, 8.
3, 2, stop.
Now Lauren's gonna do the same but opposite. Same but opposite, so extend those legs out the front this time. So extend those legs out the front. And L-sit that for 10 seconds, trying to L-sit. Maybe it's 2 feet, maybe it's 1 for 7, 6. Try 1, try 2 for 3, 2, and then here we go, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Down. One more time each, one more time each. Tuck it up.
Which way?
Get that tuck. Get the tuck, so straight arms. We have awesome shoulder extension. You can see Lauren here has her shoulders over those wrists. And again, that's a beautiful modification here. Excellent. 10 seconds, let's go. 10 seconds is an eternity.
3, 2.
And then one more tuck L-sit here, from the tuck to the L-sit. And again, Lauren might have one foot on the ground or not. There's daylight under both. And maybe lift one and then the other.
10.
And then here we go, last 10 seconds. 9, 8. That might be 10 seconds. That might be the second fastest 10-second count ever. So thank you very much for joining today's handstand practice. My name is Ian, and you have sweaty Lauren right over here. I'm sweaty too, I shouldn't say that about her. But thank you very much for following along with our simple and strong workout. We'll be back on Saturday morning at 9 for more handstands, and next week at 4:30 for more opportunities to play at the end of your day. Train simple, stay strong. My name's Ian with Lauren. Cheers from Bars and Bells.